second period. 3-1 in favor of the North Stars. While we were away, a scuffle developing. The players were slow to head to the penalty box, and there was a confrontation nose-to-nose between Graham and McRae. And as they started to push and shove, Steve Conroy came and just flattened McRae from behind. He may be a third man in. Belfour got involved in some pushing and shoving. We'll see if there's a call on him. And there's a big scuffle, a lot of wrestling going on in the Chicago zone. All this happened while we were away, and it developed very quickly, but the reason was that the penalized players were slow to head to the penalty box. And then in the face-off between McRae and Graham, now they wrestle on the board. Now McRae and Sutter are tangling, Brown grabbing McRae. But then now McRae and Brown in a wrestling match that has a little bit of punching going on, but they're at close quarters.
It's totally uncharacteristic of Steve Conroy. Churla was going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty for yapping to the official because he said something. Obviously, the Blackhawks were going to get the original penalty. And then Churla, or I should say, McRae and Graham got into a shoving match. Graham, I think, was trying to goad McRae into a penalty. And in the process of the two bumping together, Conroy came like a shot from the blue line and cross-checked McRae, sent him crashing to the net, and this developed because of it. The Blackhawks just, I mean, their penalty total is unbelievable all season long. They lead the league in penalties, and Steve Conroy, who's not known for that type of play, I don't understand what got into him. And then Belfour gets involved, and we've got a big melee at 8:59, and the Blackhawks will definitely be shorthanded out of this.
Churla and Hudson. Now Churla took a swing at Hudson. He just suckered him. They were standing together for the longest time, and Hudson looked away, and Churla smacked him. And now there's two North Star. Johnson's in there as well. And Hudson and Churla. Now
What is the official shit doing there, standing there? Why doesn't he get involved?
Here comes Belfour.
This official is disgraceful. He's just standing there. Why does he try to help out? He saw clearly that Hudson was outmanned 2-1. Johnson and Churla both grabbing Hudson.
The linesmen were just gotten the first two, Brown and McRae off, so they were at the penalty boxes on the other side of the ice. This happened on the near side, and Churla just suckered Hudson. Then it was a 2-on-1 for a few moments. Now we have Noonan and Johnson squaring off. Nothing happening just yet, but you're exactly right. If Rob Schick steps in there, it might have ended quickly, but it developed into a 2-on-1 with Johnson and Churla against Hudson, and Belfour to come out of the net to try to get the equalizer. And it all, John Casey started out of his net from the other end, but he backed off when he saw that order was starting to be restored. The last time we saw Rob Schick was a game in Vancouver that turned into a messy situation with an endless parade to the penalty box. It has started that way tonight. It has continued since the 5.5-minute mark of the first period. And I think he could have been a little more alert and more aggressive in that situation. Because if he steps in the right away, the man with the red armbands, it's a very good possibility that we could have averted this last scenario. And he just stood aside writing in his little notebook. So it's going to take a long time to sort this out. Let's take a look at why or how it all did begin while we were away. There was a scuffle going on.
Steve Conroy comes out of nowhere. Graham can handle himself. What is Conroy doing? He comes in and he just levels McRae from behind. Totally uncharacteristic, and that started the whole mess. Then Belfour gets in it. And there was a player change as a process. So players were slow to go to the penalty box. Hawks were going to be short-handed to begin with. And then Churla was going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty. Then Conroy came from nowhere, as he was going to go to the penalty box, I think, originally. He came back, knocked McRae down, and then the mess started. Then at the other side, when it looked like it was going to be all fine, Churla suckers Hudson, takes a swing at him, and then Johnson, who's left all alone because they're Blackhawk player let him get away, and then he holds is Hudson, so Churla can tee off on him. And Schick is standing to the left, just standing there watching it, not trying to help out his linesmen, who are really busy trying to break up all these altercations. And we got McCray and Churla in the box, which is customary for the North Stars. And on the other side, we've got Noonan, Conroy, and Brown in the box.
Well,
and Belfour, I think, might be thrown out.